TTT THROWDOWN!
On this week's Throwdown, we have Cowabunga Kyle demo the workout.
We've got clean and jerks, shuttle runs, and bar muscle-ups.
Let me guess, Chili Willy. It's going to be a spicy
one. It's going to be a spicy one!
This week's Throwdown is 4-time, 21 clean and jerks, 6 shuttle runs, 9 bar muscle-ups, 6 shuttle runs, 15 clean and jerks, 6 shuttle runs, 15 bar muscle-ups, 6 shuttle runs.
Oh my God.
I blew it. 9 clean and jerks, 6 shuttle runs, 21 bar muscle-ups, and 6 more shuttle runs.
runs. And for movement standards and a warm-up, you can look in the description down below. And also, keep in mind that this is one of 6 or 5 workouts, I should say, for the Winter is Coming Classic. If you want to register for that leaderboard, then you can also look in the link down below.
This week's demo athlete is Kyle Bernier. He's qualified for elite competitions and semifinals multiple times. You'll notice when he did this workout, he used a cone for his movement standards. We recommend putting a line down because you'll notice when we get into this workout that some of those transitions were a little sketchy.
Let's see it.
Before we see it, I wanted to give you some targets and some tips in the workout. So for elite athletes, we just watched Kyle do it, and he finished right over the 12-minute mark. I think anywhere under sub 13 is probably an elite classification in this workout. For RX athletes, it's probably somewhere between 13 and 16, which is the time cap. And for intermediate athletes, we think as a target, striving to get about halfway through that final muscle-up set of 21. So maybe setting a target for yourself of getting at least 11 muscle-ups in that set. If you don't yet have muscle-ups, make sure you click the registration link to The Winter is Coming, and you can see the alternate options that swap out the muscle-ups for another movement. Now, let's see it.
Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, starts with 21 clean and jerks. Max, would you do these touch and go?
Of course. I'd go touch and go the whole.
What would you recommend for everyone else in the audience?
Yeah, I think this is a singles workout through these clean and jerks. I think there are a small number of people that maybe would like open with a touch and go set or maybe do some 3s and 5s. But I think for most people, the separation in the 15, 21 muscle-ups is too much.
Yeah, the crux of the workout is the 21 muscle-ups at the end. You have to be able to go fast there.
And you still have to do a set of 15 before, which is a,
a
big set.
Also very true. So yeah, I think doing these in singles, but it is important to stay on the clock. So like even if you're not that strong, still have a game plan before you start where it's like, okay, I'm going to rest 4 seconds between the singles and then 5 seconds, then 6 seconds, whatever it may be.
Another thing to note, like if you're a very elite competitor, and Kyle's an elite athlete, but there are levels to eliteness, and I feel like the little transition he has when he drops the bar and he's got those 2 steps to grab it, there could be a speed of your cycle rate of singles that you could do where you follow the bar down and almost keep your hands on it and just pick it right back up. You're probably only going to save about half a second a rep if you do that, maybe, which means that you can save like 10 seconds in this set of 21 by doing that. And that only becomes relevant at the highest levels. Yeah. So for most people that are watching this, something like this, maybe even a slower rhythm of the singles than what Kyle did. That just took him about 90 seconds. So
another thing he could do if you have access to this is plates that don't bounce as much, because those are bouncing pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shuttle runs, 6 shuttle runs. I think just like the clean and jerks, you still have to pace this. You can't go at a full speed sprint because, as we all know, doing these last year in quarterfinals, if you got too hot, then it can blow up your legs and your respiration rate. So you need a fast pace, but something that you can sustain.
Yeah,
I would focus on relaxing your arms also while you're running and just not holding a lot of tension and holding them up.
That's a really good point because you're going right into bar muscle ups, and then again you have the 15 and the 21 later in the workout.
Yeah, this is a type of movement that you can't really pick up that much speed running. It's just kind of like accelerating and staying low when you're doing it.
Good transition.
And we're doing 9 here, right?
9 bar muscle-ups. For elite athletes, Kyle will classify him. I mean, he's definitely in the top 1% of the sport. You have to have fast transitions to your bar muscle-ups, and then how you break them up, that may be different based on the ability level. But I am a huge fan of, from one movement to the next, make your transition fast, and then come up with a breaking structure within that movement.
Yeah,
especially when you're coming off of a shuttle run, where your arms can relax.
Yeah, one thing you notice about how he did his shuttle run is that when he was running back to the bar, he kind of just slowed his last 25 feet. So that just allows you to kind of slowly jog right into it and not run and then stop and take a breath.
Yeah.
Shout out to the 5 a.m. crew, by the way. This is my people right here.
This was at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
Wow,
Well,
good
probably
for
like
them.
5:20 something.
Why were you here that early?
That's
Just
when
to
I
meet
train.
him?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
Chris is a training machine.
Yeah, I wouldn't know because I'm in bed.
One thing on the shuttle runs, and we talked about this in the quarterfinal workout last year, is practice beforehand how you're going to cut each rep or each cut, making sure that the footwork stays relatively the same and alternate the foot that you're cutting on. I think that will help you so you don't blow up later on in the workout.
Yeah, I think he's been left foot forward the whole time.
Yeah.
I'll watch the next time that he's doing it. I don't know if the shuttle runs are a huge component or separator of this workout. It definitely adds to the metabolic demand of it, but I don't think that that's going to be like the biggest separation value in the workout. I think
But you can definitely cut more efficiently and just get out of the cut slightly faster without it being really more effort if you just practice it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think of it kind of too like a burpee. Like it's nice to alternate legs just for health and longevity, especially if you're practicing these a lot. So just learning how to cut on both sides makes sense.
Yeah. 21 and 15 is 36 total reps, which is more.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good math. Not good arithmetic. I just wanted to show off my arithmetic there.
By the way, Max has a calculator out.
I just find it amazing that like he'll have done Grace in like sub 5 minutes in the middle of this workout while having running and bar muscle ups mixed into the middle of it. And not just him, like all elites.
The
like
sport has become much more fit.
Yeah, it's just a whole different world now playing the game.
He might just be making this face, but it looks like the overhead is getting a little labored for him.
Yeah, I think I've coached, or not now, but I have in the past coached Kyle, and I think his biggest area of growth that he needed to eclipse from being a good semifinal athlete to games athlete was that kind of overhead position in terms of like strict handstand push-ups or push jerks or that. So I think this type of workout style maybe compounds that as well because you're doing the clean and jerks, but then you're also doing upper body pulling and support holds at the top of the bar muscle up.
Yeah.
He also was a runner, right? Like track and field?
Track and field, but I think it was like multi-sport, like decathlon.
He definitely has an unbelievable engine. So you're watching him with these transitions. It's probably not realistic for most people. And I know it's hard with a lot of these demos that we put out because we have high-level athletes on site. So watch this with a grain of salt, knowing that maybe you're not as fit or maybe you are, but come up with a pacing structure that fits you and not just watching this.
Yeah, so here he slowed down a little bit and then also took a transition. Let's say he started around 26. So it's still about a 6-second transition, which is pretty quick, but might be worth it to just slow your run to a slower run and then just run right up to the bar.
Yeah, I actually like that, just so your heart rate's a little bit lower.
Yeah, so that way you're not really waiting. You're just kind of going right into the next thing.
I will say with that, sometimes when I'm going into something like muscle ups, I would prefer to be completely resting for 6 seconds than do something slow for 6 seconds just because the movement is difficult for me.
That's fair.
So, Mia, how would you recommend someone, let's just say that you just learned muscle ups, you're going to have to chip away at these. Like, how are you attacking this middle set of 15?
Small sets with planned rest. I would also utilize the 6 shuttle runs as like true recovery.
Yeah.
Like come off the clean and jerks and maybe like walk the first 25 and then get into a jog. And if you know that you're going to have to rest 20, 30 seconds before you do your first set, just walk that last 50.
I think it's important to note that 9 set is not insignificant for somebody that can do only 2 or 3 bar
not at
muscle
all.
ups. Like that might take you a lot longer.
Yeah.
So I think for a more intermediate or beginner-based athlete that's doing this that doesn't want to use a scaled option, you probably are going to have to think about singles or doubles right off the bat.
Yeah.
Also, probably set your bar up so you can
Actually cut.
Yeah.
That's funny. At some point, I think someone walks in front of him. He has to pivot.
He is left foot forward rotating
entire
every time.
Yes.
So he's like spinning in circles. Obviously, it's not affecting him, and I don't know if it like the being in a jump cut in this. It's not really that important because it's so short of a period of running to accelerate afterwards. But I do think for just like your back or your balance and coordination, figuring out a way where you're turning in opposite directions just might be beneficial.
I think it's similar to like if you're doing bar facing burpees and you choose a side to always face when you turn, you can do the same thing here. That way you don't have to think about switching sides. You just know every time I turn, I'm going to face the red clock.
Yeah.
Another really good transition. I mean, he's such a good barbell cycler, so you're seeing some really fast transitions. But I am, again, a huge fan of getting on the barbell and then slow your cadence as needed, but start the reps right away.
Yeah, so this the last set? This is the 9
is set of 9, yeah.
And then he'll run and then have the 21 to finish. Yeah, so that'll be, what's the time cap on this workout?
16 minutes.
16 minutes. So he'll be well ahead of this time cap, but it'll be good for perspective to know that how long that 21 set takes.
Right.
Because, he's not going to, if Noah was doing this, maybe he would be doing 2 huge sets at the end to finish the 21 and really separate at that point in the workout. But I don't think Kyle, just based on the fact that he did 3s for the set of 15.
I was talking during it, so I was actually going to ask you guys what he did.
Yeah,
no, he actually
find out now.
He did 1 big set and then I think 2 smaller sets. He still looked really good.
Yeah, so he did an average of 5,
When
which
does
means
Kyle
that
not look good? I mean,
Yeah, you're right.
he's
You're
the
right,
Brad
Chris.
Pitt of CrossFit.
is he? Yeah.
According to Chris.
Yeah, okay. Chris has a crush on Kyle.
You heard it here first, Kyle.
Hey, can you film this for me?
Yeah, so this is kind of not, I don't want to say slow cadence, but he's definitely not pushing the run here. And I don't think this is a set to push it. Just kind of puts in perspective that the shuttle runs are not going to separate in this workout at the highest level. It's really, I think, just going to be a fitness challenge to be doing those things without any pure
Look how
recovery
Jack
in
James
between.
is. Sorry, he
I
was
made,
flexing.
him, I made him flex.
I was wondering, he was flexing. I cut you off, Max. Yeah,
No, it's all good.
I fully agree. It's really just an inconvenience, but there's always that movement that is an inconvenience in the sport, especially with these triplets, and that's why we put it in there. And I think it's something that you'll probably see in a quarterfinal again.
3. And
These actually
4.
still look pretty
Yeah,
good. I mean,
they're solid.
yeah.
5, 6. Okay.
Did-
So probably 4 sets at the most. When did he start that set? Right around 9 minutes?
Little over
after?
9 minutes, yeah.
Like 9, 10 maybe?
This is where, for elite athletes, all the separation will happen in the set of 21. Max mentioned Noah or any other high level. I think of people that are good at bar muscle ups like Patrick Vellner. He'd probably do 1 or 2 sets here, and that's. I mean, you're talking about a minute and a half of difference there.
Yeah, and if he did take a break, like Kyle got off the bar around 9:30, and then he got back up onto it around 9:55. That's a 25-second break. For most people, that's a pretty quick break in muscle up set, but when you're talking about like top of the leaderboard, their rest breaks are like 10 seconds on muscle up sets. It's very, very impressive.
Yeah, watching Alexis do this kind of stuff, I'm like, you just got off the bar. How are you back on already?
Basically, they just shake their arms out.
It's just, that is the difference at the elite level.
Yeah,
Now,
for
for everyone else, I do think going back to even the 9s, like Max talked about earlier, that's where you're starting your game plan. Like, you can't just go by feel there. You have to kind of pace the 9s and the 15s with the bar muscle-ups being the most important part.
Yeah, I'd say for almost everyone of every level, the muscle-ups are the separator on this workout. In terms of, like, the biggest difference that it'll make in your score, I think you could crush the muscle-ups and slow run and, like, slow-ish barbell cycle, not take your time, but still put up a really good score.
Yeah, I think the order of importance would be bar muscle up speed, and then you still need to be fast in the clean and jerks if you want a really good score.
Yeah.
The shuttle runs really are just there as an inconvenience like we talked about. But I think cleaning up your technique, Mia talked about this, it just makes it more efficient so you're not as tired if you have a really good cut technique.
Yeah, I think that's more about being able to move as fast as you can while still recovering through the movement.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, in this workout specifically, the speed of the running.
I think this workout is good practice also for intermediate RX athletes who will get bottlenecked on bar muscle ups. On the leaderboard in the open or quarterfinals, 1 rep of that is so important. So just finding ways to keep moving and keep getting more reps on those. Ooh, that was
Yeah, that was close to the line. We don't have a judge on this, but that one was close to the line too. Kyle B, we're coming for you.
This is where you have to sprint, though. We finish with 6 on purpose, so that there's at least 1 set that you are sprinting. So make sure that when you plan, if you are there and you get through the bar muscle ups, sprint these last 6.
Yeah, you can
And
tell that
touch
this.
behind the line.
Yeah, and you get your foot behind the line. I don't know if the cone at the front is 25 feet or if the cone at the back is 25 feet, but be tighter than that in your transitions.
Shout out Nicole and Ansley back there going.
Crushing it. 5 a.m. I'm impressed. Good job.
I would say use your runs as your break. That's what I did. I ran really, really slow, but it was very helpful going back into the clean and jerks. And then toward the end, it's just a bar muscle up workout. So you have to really know your capacity and break it up accordingly. Like I knew after my second set of bar muscle ups, I wanted to go 8-7. I went 8-5-2. So I knew my 21s were gonna be a grind. So at my first set, I knew it was gonna be either 5 or 6. And I was able to get 6 and that was fine. But then I knew it was like deteriorating. So you gotta sort of kind of be thinking that as you're going along. Like what are my sets gonna be? How can I recover? Smooth on the barbell. Yeah. tough workout.
Oh, she did it. How was it?
What?
How was it?
It was good. It was a barbell workout for me. Like, it's all about pacing the bar muscle ups, but just like heavy breathing in a barbell is not my thing.
Do you like workouts like this?
I don't really know. I like long workouts, so I guess this qualifies.
I'm kind of proud of myself.
Yeah?
I was half a shuttle run from finishing though, so I'll take that to the grave.
Oh no.
But it was fun. The bar muscle ups held up better than I thought, so.
Any advice for the peeps at home?
Unless you're like really, really good at the barbell, don't go touch and go, because it'll blow you up. But
And what crew, AM or PM, is the best crew in this gym?
AM 5:30.
It's a wrap, you know what I'm saying? Your boy Project Pata in this thing, man. Hey, look, man, thank y'all for watching Training Think Tank's YouTube channel. Y'all hit that motherfucking subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? So y'all go ahead, man. Thank y'all for watching the channel, you know what I'm saying? Hit that motherfucking subscribe button, let it be known, what it be known, what it be known, you know what I'm saying? Pata.